Good morning. Oh, good afternoon, good evening, cottagers. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I hope things are good by you. Happy Monday. Welcome, welcome. So, this is our makeup Handcam stream, which we were supposed to do last week, but I had some last minute things come up on the day that we were supposed to do it, so we're gonna do it today, just as a little disclaimer. I'm not very good at painting my nails, so withhold your high expectations. But let me go ahead, and I think we're just gonna stay on this screen. And I have my camera somewhere in here. There it is. Ta-da! My camera. All right. So I think today the plan is we've got kind of this red color. I think it's called Spiked with Style, something like that. It's like this dark burgundy. And then I also have these cute like nail stickers that are like golden bows. So I think that's what we're gonna put on at least some of the nails. That's the plan. But anywho, hope y'all are doing well. Hope everyone's week is off to a good start. Let's see if I can actually open this without incident. Oh, maybe I can't. Babe, can you help? I can't. I'm too weak to open it. Whoa, you got that right away. Rip. Oh, I don't know what that was. It sounded important. What was that pick? Huh? You know what was it? Oh, thank you. My bits. Okay. Scuff as usual. Perfect. Pickles is probably gonna get really mad that I'm doing this here because she doesn't like the smell, which I think is normal. I don't think most of us like the smell of nail polish. I just got that kind of everywhere. Gonna have to clean that up after, I think. I think we're gonna do like at least 2 coats. See how it turns out. And then probably have to clean some stuff up. As usual. Also, I feel like I'm working... It looks a lot brighter on the camera here, but I feel like I'm working in low light. You don't like the smell, Pickles? Yeah. She's like, I do not like this. This is not my favorite. But anyway, welcome in, Pandora. Please enjoy your lurk. Hope it's nice and chill. Hopefully everyone's week is off to a good start and work is hopefully not too crazy. We're close to the holidays. We only got this week and then a little more. So hopefully, cute color. Thank you, ma'am. Welcome in, Kios. How was the barn today, girl? Hope things are good by you. I'm bad at painting my nails, so... And I'm in, like, dim lighting. So this might be a little bit cursed. I gotta move this over here so I can actually see closer to me. Anywho. I'll let that dry for a sec. Let that have a moment. And then I think I'm gonna do left hand first. Also, you guys can see my little Choco Zinogre charm. Barn was fun, did a lot of cleaning, yay! Fed some apples to some of the horses for being good, aww. They just stand in cross ties. What good beans. What patient beans. What good patient beans. Love that for them. They got their house all cleaned out. They got a nice tasty treat. What more could we want, really? Truly. I wish someone would give me a tasty... I wish someone would come to my house and give me a tasty treat. And clean my house. I think that'd be great. So happy because one of the more skittish new horses was extra brave. Yay! Oh my god. That's so good. What a blessed being. Being big, brave, doing a good job. So you can already see I've messed up this. Now got it on my fingy. Me painting my nails every time. I tried to do press-on nails, but they just pop off. I lose them like instantly. And I'm like stressed out about water getting under them because I really don't want moldy nails personally. I don't know about other people, but that is not my jam. So pretty much the whole time I have them on, I'm like, ooh, what if though? What if? What if there's a bubble and now there's water under there and I can't tell and I won't be able to know until it's too late? Raz has hands. Oh my god, I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Welcome in lore. Thank you and Opie for letting me crash your hunts earlier. I saw you guys come in. I saw Opie post a quest and I was like, ooh, let me get in on that. I don't know what they're doing, but it seems fun. Though I carded in front of Opie, so boop. It was a pleasure to have you along. Yay, I'm glad. Raz has hands. I have hands! Woohoo! Thanks for the help. I need a Steve part. Always happy to help. Also, welcome in Remy and Opie. Did you get the part that you needed from that Steven? The one that I carded to like a fool? I should have stayed on the ground. Sometimes I get up too early with Steven and then he hits me in the back and I'm like, ah. I carded like a fool just as you join. It's okay. It happens. Sometimes they just get you. The monsties be like that. Okay. I think we're good enough for coat 1. Let's see if we can do this in 2 coats. Or we might need 3. Let's see. Anywho. I hope you had lots of fun in your stream, Remy. Were you playing Wobble Dogs again today? Anywho, I hope you had a lovely time. I hope it was tons of fun. This nail is looking uglier and uglier. I cried! Oh no! Good cry or bad cry? I didn't know that Wobble Dogs had that much emotional investment. I hate Steve with a burning passion. He's a wretch among wretched designs. He's pretty fun, but he can get you. The color is gorgeous. I'm glad you like it. The drugstore, you know? Sometimes it hits. Sometimes it be hitting. I wasn't expecting them to perish? They can die? I didn't know Wobble Dogs can die. Oh my god, and then the other dogs ate them? What? It's kind of, what? This is like a cannibalism simulator? That's not how that game was billed to me. I thought that was just a little, you know, normal pet sim. I did not know that there was strife. I didn't know anything but bad could happen to the Wobble Dogs. I thought they were just wobbly dogs. Chillin'. That is very stressful news. I learned my lesson. I'll keep everyone who gets old in storage forever. Oh my god, yeah, I guess. You guys can now see my very not long nails. Basically, if my nails are not painted, I anxiety rip at them, which is a terrible habit. If they're painted, I just rip at the skin around my nails, but not my actual nails. Oof, I know. At least I'm not biting them, I guess. That's something, some level of progress, but it ends up with me having really short nails. Red with the blood of her foes and prey. Exactly. Yeah, we'll call it that. We'll call it that. We'll say that's the case. I gotta go pack and sleep. Yeah, sounds good. Happy holidays, girl. Please enjoy your packing. Get some good rest, but thank you for stopping by. Also, thank you for telling me about Wobble Dogs. Otherwise, I would have been sad too, because I've been thinking about getting that game. Now I will be in the know. It's fun. Now, well, at least now I know that they can die. I didn't even know that was a thing, so me being aware. Just don't ignore the prompt, they are getting old. Okay, that's like the sign. Like, okay. Put that one away. Put him away. Otherwise, he gonna get got. Otherwise, he gonna be having a not so great time. Also, thank you for your watch streak, ma'am. So this is my left hand, and I'm right-handed, so this is like supposed to be the skilled version. God knows what the other hand will look like. Because some of these be looking a little crazy right now. Might have to clean them up at a different time. Mom and I had the exact same thing happen and made a great clip. The anguish, the terror, the sorrow. That's so sad though. Poor little wobble dogs. Oh, they're just little guys. Just little guys doing their little guys' work. Isn't that right, Miss Pickles? Pickles is sleeping on my lap, even though the nail polish scent is strong. She's here to chill. To get big snugs. She was with her grandmother for the past... Well, she's with her grandmother from like Friday night to Sunday morning. And so it wasn't actually that long, but she acted like we were gone for 12 million years. And then she got big spoiled yesterday with all kinds of big snugs. All the kisses. All the attention on baby. So it's been a rude awakening today that I had to work. I wasn't even going to work. I was just working at the house, but she was like, "Mom, this was not what I asked for. I wanted you to pay attention to me all day. It's not very nice of you to do your work instead. Not very kind," said Miss Baby the Bean. Alright, let's see if we can get... I think the other coat should be fine, but let's try, I guess. Let's put this over here. Get some polish on this hand. And maybe having it not be a complete mess would be a win. Somehow that actually looks better than what I did with my other hand, so I'll take it. I will accept this. The real tragedy is I have a friend who's a nail artist. I just never have time to go to her in person. And plus, getting like gel nails and stuff done is tough because then removing them is kind of a pain. But technically, she could give me really cute nails. I'll probably go for special occasions. I might ask her to do my nails for like my sister's wedding or something. Because I even did my own nails for my own wedding. That lazy. I didn't want to leave my house. Also, welcome in, Callio. Happy Monday. Oh God. I can feel my other hand touching my keyboard. What if we didn't mess up the 2 coats we had already done? What about that? Oh God, that one went right onto my nail. How long ago was your wedding? I got married in November of 2019. So what's that? 6 years now? God. Also just tapped my pinky on the top of that. Oh, that went way off course. Just wait till that's dry to fix it. I think. Oh God, a pickle's hair. Ah! Okay, the pinky is borked. I will fix it after. But yes, been about, as you can see, you guys look at my painting ability. Great. But this is my left hand, okay? This is my non-dominant hand. Yeah, about 6 years, but my husband and I have been together since 2012? So we're coming up on 14 years. A hot minute. We just didn't see... I don't know, we just didn't feel like in a rush to get married. Because, you know, weddings are expensive. They're very stressful. They take like a lot of time to plan. We found each other pretty young then. Yeah, we met in college. And pretty like fairly early on in college. But yeah, weddings are crazy expensive. Also, anytime you like do a wedding, let's say you want a cake for like your birthday cake from a bakery will be one price, but if you the same cake, but if you say it's for a wedding, it'll be like triple the price. Even if it's the same size, same number of people, I swear. Everything gets marked up for weddings. So, it's very expensive. It takes a lot of time to plan. I think I lost an entire year to stress, and I had a wedding planner. I wasn't even planning everything myself. I had a wedding planner to do all the hard bits. So, yeah, I don't know. I recommend the long engagement / just not getting married until later. No judgment for me. I got a friend pair who've been together since college. They're engaged and have been for years, still not married. Yeah, 100%. 100%. My husband and I just eloped. We couldn't handle being the focus of a wedding. Honestly, that's smart. I actually recommend that. I recommend like doing elopement / a private like courthouse wedding and then just doing a big party, because I think that's more fun. If you really want the like reception thing, just have a party. And if you want like the photos and stuff, you can just do that. You can just invite your friends and stage the photos. Turns out the photos are staged anyway. They're all staged anyway, so what does it matter if it's the actual day of or not? I think eloping is the smart choice. So, we had a friend, like, I had a coworker, who invited me to his wedding, and he just rented an Airbnb on the water for, like, the actual ceremony, so it was, like, in this really cute house. They just did it in, like, the back garden. And then we went to, like, their favorite restaurant. And it was a fairly small wedding. And then, yeah, we just went to their favorite restaurant and had, like, great food. And vibed. And it was chill. And they didn't, like, rent out the whole restaurant. They just had, like, a section. And we had a great time. I recommend that. Honestly, to me, whether a pair married or not means nothing. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's honestly... The only reason that I would actually, like, get married is if it makes sense for, like, tax purposes. Like, sometimes there's, like, some tax write-offs you can get. Or some legal standing for, like, medical things, honestly. But again, you can just go get, like, you could just get courthouse married to get all that. You don't need the big ceremony. Yeah, for, like, tax purposes and legal medical stuff, sometimes it makes sense if you've been together long-term and you're like, okay, well, we're gonna be together anyway. We might as well just get all the paperwork filled out, but does anyone need the big fancy white wedding dress, you know, to do? No. I mean, if you want to, yes. Also too, I don't know, because most of my friends have not, like, most of my friends did not get married / get married until, like, later, but, like, my little sister, so my little sister is getting married in the spring, and she's at that age where, like, everyone around her is getting married, which is expensive, right? Having to go to all these weddings is expensive, but also, y'all, these bachelorette parties are so expensive. They're making each other spend like thousands of dollars to like fly out and spend like days together and do all these costly activities. So my husband and I didn't do like a traditional bachelorette party. We actually had a co-ed, so both of us had a co-ed wedding party. So we just ended up having one big party where everyone just came to our house if they could make it, and partied together and like met each other before the wedding, and it was very low-key. It was literally just like we went out to a bar and then we went back to our house. So you had 2 parties for your wedding. We had like one that would have been like the bachelorette with just our friends who were in the wedding party, and then we had the actual like reception after the wedding, but they were on like different dates. I want to say like we got married in November. I want to say it was like late August or early September is when we had our thing. So it wasn't even like the same weekend or anything. We were just like, hey, if you want to come to our house and meet everybody, you can do that. Also, welcome in, Perky. Welcome. Happy Monday. So yeah, we just did that. But my sister is going to all these bachelorette parties already. She's flown out. This past year, she flew out to Nashville for like a week. She flew out to Montana, I think, or Idaho for like a week. And she's making all her bridal party go to California. They're going for like wine tours or something. I don't know if she's going for a whole week. I don't know. I'm in the bridal party, but I told her I would not be going. I was like, look, I hate traveling. I don't really drink anymore, so like I wouldn't really have a great time. I don't want to be like the designated driver for a week for a bunch of girls who are all six plus years younger than me. No offense. So I'm gonna help her plan it, but I don't think it's probably a long weekend, so it's probably like Thursday to Monday or something, so almost a week, I guess. It's crazy though. They're all doing these things, and I feel very lucky that all my friends were not doing that to me. Back, you know. Raz wants to stay in the forest. I do. I just want to hang out at my house. I'm one of those people, I don't like sleeping away from my house. I've done it plenty in my life, but I used to go to sleepaway camp and stuff, which was all, fun, but I like sleeping in my own bed. I don't really like staying in hotels or whatever. I'm a big fan of day trips. If you tell me to go drive out somewhere, we're gonna go do an activity together, but then we get to go back to our house at night, I'm a big fan of that. That I will do. I'm happy to do day trips. Go eat at a nice restaurant. See a show or something. That sounds great. But if I have to, like, spend the night somewhere, man, I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. It's just too much. I want to snuggle with Pickles at night. I want to snug with my cat. Hell yeah, get back to the house before it gets too dark. Exactly. Yeah, I'm a big fan of, like, go out, do brunch. I love going antiquing. That's how you really get me. You say, Raz, do you want to go antiquing? And I say, hell yes, I do. And we go do a fun activity like that, and then we go back to our house. I want to wake up in my own home. Exactly. You know where all your stuff is. You don't have to fuss with flying anywhere. I hate flying. I just had to fly. I flew down south. I went to Atlanta, actually. Which is ironic because I'm about to fax myself to Atlanta for an anime convention on Thursday, but just flew down to Atlanta. I mean, food was great, but the hotel bed was awful. My back hurt so bad. And, yeah, I just didn't enjoy that. Aw, man, she's not red deading her redemption. She's red deading her fingernails. Wow, welcome in, Mayhem. Welcome in. You right. No redemption here, only ill-painted fingernails. But yeah, flew down to Atlanta on Friday and then flew back early Sunday morning. Also had the worst family in front of me on the way back. I don't normally like judging people because I understand that people are stressed when they're traveling, but man, this family of 4, like a couple and their 2 kids that were probably like, I don't know, 7 and 3 or something. Those 2 hated each other and they hated their kids. And I was like, guys, we gotta figure some stuff out, man. And they were all sick. They weren't wearing masks and they were coughing like they had tuberculosis. And I was like, bro, in the year 2025, we're gonna do this to each other? I like traveling, but only once or twice a year max. I think that's a good number. Traveling, but not too much. It's not too bad. I used to have to travel for work a lot, and I think it burned me out. Hating your kids sounds so sad, man. It was really sad. They were just like really harsh on these kids that were super young. And just sniping at each other the whole time over like really minor stuff. And they had way too many bags. I don't know, man. I also saw a couple, again, family, I don't know what it was with families of 4. The Atlanta airport is one of those that has a whole bunch of terminals, and they have like one of those subway buses to get in between the terminals. Little train. And, you know, you get on the thing and then it's like just makes a loop. Goes to every terminal. And I watched this couple. Again, they had one kid who was probably like 7 or 8, and then one kid who was probably like 2 or 3. I watched them, so like the parents and the kid, the 2 or 3-year-old was in like a stroller. They got the 2 or 3-year-old on with them. And then the doors started to close, and they started like yelling at their kid to get on the train, but now the kid's like by themselves on the platform and they're scared because like the doors look like they're gonna close and crush you. Your lizard brain is like, no man, I'm not about to get crushed like that. And they tried to hold the doors open, and they reached out, and instead of grabbing their child first, they grabbed the suitcase that was with the child. And I was like, dude, you're not even gonna grab your own kid first? What? And then the doors almost closed again because the kid was scared, and then they like grabbed their kid and put them inside. These people also had like 16 bags. Dude, we gotta check some bags. These can't all be carry-ons. A child is a bag. If you have kids, you can only have a backpack. Roller bags aren't allowed. Have a backpack. The child is now a bag. The child is a carry-on. You don't have enough hands free to manage a kid, man. Child is a bag. A child is a bag. Quote me on that. The airline's gotta start treating it like that. They have to be like, no, you can't have a roller bag because you have a child with you. If the child is under age 10, they're a bag. So you can only have like a backpack, something that fits under your seat, not something that has to go in the overhead. Because these people had like 16 bags. Like, what is happening? I wouldn't be able to handle that. That's too many bags. Also, weekend whaler welcome in. Shove the kids in the overhead. No, no, no. The kids get a seat, but like you have to act like they're a bag because you're gonna have to carry them at some point. Kids are unwieldy. Under the age of 10, sometimes you just gotta snatch them. If there's not enough space, can we gate children? Oh my god. Especially at an airport. It's just like, there's a lot going on. There's people trying to get places. People are in a rush. You need to have your hands free to pick up your kid. And you can't do that if you have a roller bag. So just have a backpack and then hands are free to handle your children. Instead of trying to juggle like 2 roller bags plus a kid that you're like trying to force to hold on to you, like that's not safe. Come on. Atlanta Airport is also infamously a nightmare blunt rotation zone. I didn't like the Atlanta Airport. I didn't like it one bit. I've been there before. I had forgotten that I didn't like it, and then I was like, oh yeah, I hate this place. Oh yeah. I also don't like the Chicago airport. I had to run 40 gates in the Chicago airport, and I tripped and fell in my platform shoes and skinned my knee the last time I was there, so I've got a problem with the Chicago airport too. TSA should handcuff small children to their parents. Yeah, okay, I'd be down with that, like a zip tie or something. Yeah, because then they can't wander off. They can't get injured. I watched people, again, with like 16 bags, not have their hands on their children in the Uber pickup zone, which gave me immense anxiety. These kids were getting so close to being hit by cars, and I was like, fam, can we not? This is crowded. But yeah, I don't like most airports, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of the smaller airports that don't have a lot going on, but for some reason, Atlanta and Chicago in particular, I do not like. Dallas Airport is also awful. You have to take a train to your gates. Okay, I wouldn't like that. I don't know that I've ever been to the Dallas Airport, but I don't like the sound of that. That sounds very stressful. What happens if they change your gate? Like, do you just have to take the train? It's like, well, that's it. If you've ever been to North Carolina, the Raleigh-Durham Airport, oh god, I almost just smacked that off. Raleigh-Durham Airport actually is very nice. Great secondhand bookshop. A secondhand bookshop in the airport sounds delightful. I would be down for that. I would be down for that. Okay, hold on, friends. Selection is actually really nice. That's so joyful. I love that. Okay, wait. I'm gonna try and grab the acetone to just quickly clean up this paint job, because like, look at this. I need you all to witness what happened here. This was my left hand that did that, but still rough. So we're gonna clean that up, and then we'll put our little decals on. So 1 second. I'm gonna let a massacre. It was a massacre. Alright. 1 second. I'll put you guys on a quick break screen, and then we'll get back into it. So 1 sec. Let me just go grab that. Alright, I'm back. Acetone has been acquired. Now, we work on fixing all this without taking everything off. a real key. Okay. Do any of these others look terrible? Not really. Ooh, there's a cut on my hand. Felt that. Felt that one. Okay. And then this one, this is the worst one that's off, so let's... Uh-oh. Pick, where are you going? Huh? What's up? Okay, that looks a little better. Have some other bits over here. The others are not quite as bad, shockingly. Kitty, I know she's here. You wanna come sit? Come sit. No. You want me to pick you up and put you down? Want me to put you down over here? Oh, you're gonna go past? There's not really space to go past. Is that what you were planning on doing? Did you nail it, son? Welcome in, ass. Where do you want to go? Do you want to come sit? Or do you want to... Okay, you want to go this way? Okay. There she goes. Is she still a spicy pickle? She was being a spicy pickle. She absolutely was. Do we get cat cam? You kind of can. Hold on. Do you see her? Hello, Miss Ma'am. Or like this, I guess. There you go. I love her. Me too. She's mad. The little pickles emote being put to good use. Her little screaming emote. Very her. Anywho, so the plan is to put some of these like ribbon decals on. I don't know where to put them though. What a grumpy bean, I know. She gets very, she has a lot of feelings. My cat's gonna be mad at me soon too. Is it dinner time soon? She still has a while for dinner, really. And she got fed like super early when her grandma was here, so I don't even know. She's got a lot of feelings, but for not necessarily a great reason. Okay. So here's the decals. I think it's just the one page. Cat is very well fed. Fed up with my shenanigans. Let's see. Let's do... I kind of want to do like one of these. I don't know. I like... There are these ones that have these big... I don't know if you can see. These like big bow with like a little gemstone. I kind of want to do those on the nail, like the big thumbnail. And then I don't know about the others, but let me see if I can actually get one of these up though. That's the real question with these stickers. I think last time I used like a literal needle to get this up, so if I could do it with less than that here, that would be great. Oh, I did. Now the real question is, can I put it on straight? Wow. Look at that. That's pretty straight. Hello? Wow. Okay, that's like not in focus, but we're gonna, you know, we could pretend that it is. Okay. You know, my camera's struggling, but you get the gist. There it is. so festive. It is very focused. It's focusing on something. Whether the thing I want it to be focused on or not is a different story. Alright, let me see if I can get this other one off too. Let's have a really thick adhesive on them. This one is a little bit less centered, but it's good enough. Doing my best to pretend like you asked me to. Do I get a cookie? You can if you want. You can have a cookie if you want. Alright, and now I feel like I should do... I don't know if I can fit... My pinkies are teeny tiny little pinkies. I don't know that there are anything that will fit on them. Let me see the little... There's little tiny ones. These might be too big still. But let's see. Let's look. If I get this, and I put this on the pinky, kind of takes up like the whole nail, but it's not the worst. I think that's still kind of cute. I want to put them on like every other one. This is why I'm not a nail designer, because they'd probably be like, girl, that's too much. But, you know, I'm doing it for me, so that's okay. It can be whatever I want it to be. I'm shocked that these fit, actually, on my teeny tiny pinky nails. That one is really kind of off. But now that it's stuck, I cannot unstick it, so it's gonna be there. And then I kind of want to do these like longer ribbony ones. And I kind of want to do, maybe I'll do one that has the like charm in the middle and one that doesn't. Okay. Let's see, will these fit on my nail here? They do. Ta-da! Look at that. My nails. Wow. Alright. These turned out a lot better than I thought. I'm proud of myself, you guys. I'm proud of how these turned out. Alright, I'm gonna do the slimmer one. Actually, why am I taking that one? On my other hand, my right hand. Oh god. Grab this without ripping the sticker. And a baby fuzz trying to get on there. Ta-da! They look excellent, thank you. So I got big bows, and then no bows, and then middle bows. This one has a gem, and then no bows, and then finally the pinkies, which this one is really borked, but you know what? It adds character. Spectacular. Thank you. Welcome in, Ray. I'm glad you guys liked. Alright, that actually took Less time than I thought. Took less time. We sped through that. Faster than I thought we would. And they turned out great. Hooray. Hooray. Perfect. And now I have cute nails for this next week at work. And then I won't see anyone next week, I think. Festive nail, any percent speed run world record? No, somebody out there is definitely, they could probably do this in like 5 minutes. But for me, it is a world record. That is true. For me, this is record worthy. Anywho, so that's all that. Let's see. What else we got cooking? I'm gonna turn off the hand cam. Put that over here so that my phone does not just perish. Because it does take battery, and I do plug it in when we do stuff like this, but sometimes it still gets weird. Alright. Well, thank you guys for joining me for that today. Hope you guys have also been enjoying Rasmus. I should have planned out Rasmus a lot farther in advance than I did. I was lamenting this with Micey today, that we both did Con Crunch back when we were cosplayers so much that now we are emboldened to do things last minute. So, as far as Rasmus goes, I do want to show stuff. Let's see. So, Rasmus has been lovely. I have been having fun with it. I wish I had done stuff more proactively. But it has been fun. So this is where we're at with Rasmus thus far. It's been, it's been a lot. First we had our phone wallpaper. I guess I'll move myself over a little bit as well. Where am I? Just moved myself one way. Now I'll move back. First we had our phone wallpaper. Then we had our extra long birthday stream. Then we had our merch giveaway, which I'm gonna start, I think this week I'm gonna start pinging you guys for your addresses. And then hopefully send those out either this weekend or early next week. So they might not get to you by Christmas, but we'll see. Then we had our seasonal emote of us, me in a snowball, rolling and then getting smushed. So we had that. Then we had Skelf, who you might notice is lurking in the top right corner. Our seasonal Scuffraz. We had a little Irium header with little like me-ish gingerbread people. We also had a Checky upgrade for anyone on Irium who gets a fan badge this month. They will get a Checky. Then we had our yelling pickles emote, which I love so much. And I'm glad I had been stalking the artist who made these for a while. And then they finally announced that they were opening comms again, and I was like, get me in. Put me in, coach. I require my baby yelling. This is very accurate to my real life. And I need this. Then we had our virtual gingerbread stream. Then we had our YouTube video. And then this is actually the makeup of the Handcam stream, which was supposed to be last week. And then Skelf gave you guys a little lump of coal. She stole the day's prize. Then we had our holiday card. We also have the pickles checkies. So if you'd like a pickles checky, if you're in the Discord, if you go into the Raz stream discussion and you scroll up and you find the pickles checky, there's a react to this message to get a checky. So I'll take pictures of pickles, put them in a little digital Polaroid and send them to you. If you are not in the Discord for whatever reason, you don't want to be, you can also just message me on Discord and I can hook you up with that. And then today, our prize was that we did a little Nutcracker Ballet radio where we listened to the whole Nutcracker Ballet on stream on Irium, and that was lots of fun. So that's where we're at so far. We also have a crazy busy week this week. Let me go find our schedule. So this is just one half of our schedule this week. We had our Christmas nails, which we just did. Tomorrow on Irium at 9 p.m. there is the bun eating contest. I'm gonna channel my very best Joey Chestnut. That'll run from 9 to 9:30. So I think I'll start stream right at 9. We'll do that. Really enjoyed the Nutcracker listen along. Yay! I'm glad you guys had fun with that. I had a lot of fun with that today. So yeah, we'll do our bun eating contest. So the contest will be tomorrow night. We won't know if we pass the preliminaries until probably Wednesday morning / mid-afternoon, whenever Irium posts like the top 5 for each group. We're in group 2. It's kind of a stacked group, I'm not gonna lie. We got some killers in there. The Nutcracker is genuinely so nice to listen to. Yeah, it's so good. There's just so many good songs in there. It's funny because I think a lot of people too don't recognize that music that they know is from the Nutcracker. So if you listen to the full thing, they'll be like, oh, I know that song. And you're like, yeah, it's from the Nutcracker. And then on Wednesday, we're gonna have Monster Hunter Wilds. Normally, we would do our gaming stream on Thursday night, but Thursday night, 9:15 p.m. I'm gonna be giving my Farming Sims panel at Anime Weekend Atlanta. If you are in Atlanta and you want to come hang out, we'd be happy to have you. But that means that gaming is moved up a day, which is not a bad thing. Because now we get to fight Gog Mazios one day early, and I'm very excited about that. So that'll be on Wednesday. And then we have more in our schedule. Then we have something happening on Friday, a mystery. And then Saturday we're gonna do our Red Dead stuff. Saturday night, if we pass the preliminaries, will be the bun eating contest finale on Irium, the final round for prizes. And then Sunday we'll be doing more Monster Hunter Wilds, and then we're gonna be watching Preppers with Micey. So we'll be closing things out nice and chill with our normal run. But that's kind of what we got going on. I'm very excited. It's kind of a stacked week. A lot of streams, but I'm really looking forward to it. I think they should be fun. And then also, let me see if I can save these things because I wanted to show you guys. So, let's see. Save that here. And then save that here. Alright. I think I should be able to find these. So, after the bun, so this week's Irium event is the bun eating contest, and then next week starts a new ranking event, and I think we decided that for the ranking event we're going to be doing this animal onesie illustration event because I want to be a horse girl. And by that, I mean, first of all, it's Year of the Horse. So let's be real there. I want to look like this. You see this little horse hat? where like the horse head is like on top of the head and like the head just sticks out of the neck. That's what I want the onesie to look like. So like that's what I want to aim for this Irium illustration event. If we win the event, we get an illustration where we get to, first of all, we get an animal onesie, we get to pick the animal. I promise to make a horse onesie that looks like this. I'm gonna pitch that. And then they also dress Shirasu, the little cat mascot, they dress him up in the exact same onesie. So it'll be both of us as little horse girls, which I think is great. I think Shirasu is actually a boy. He can be a horse girl too, though. It's fine. And if we win, it becomes a gift on Irium that people can give for like 100 points or something. But I'm gonna come up with incentives because I think this would be sick. I think this would be fun. I think this is I'm not gonna like pat myself on the back too hard because this is really, you know, Sumiko Gurashi really came up with a sick fit here for Year of the Horse, but I'm just saying, I think it'd be cute. I think it'd be super cute. So, not this week, but next week. That's what we're gonna be doing. So, bun contest tomorrow night. And then if we don't move on to the bun eating contest finale, we'll recoup save points for this. Though the best case scenario would be we win the bun eating contest, we get several $100 worth of points vouchers, which I give back to the cottagers, and then we sail out for the animal PJs. That would be best case scenario. We'll see if we can do it. We'll find out. But anywho, that's the plan. Keep on the lookout. I think probably like later this week I'll have a incentives graphic for the PJ event. But that's all the stuff that's up on the horizon. That's all the hype things that are happening. What I'm hearing is I need to go get some bao. Yes. Please eat buns with me. I think it'll be fun. It'll be a silly kind of short stream, but it'll be great. But yeah, so that's the next couple days. We got our background all decked out for Christmas. It's all ready. And then yeah, we have basically another 10 days left of Rasmus, and then that'll be the end of Rasmus, though Saturday, I think the 27th, which is like the Saturday after Christmas, I am going to be doing that soup off collab with Micey. So that's still currently the plan. So that should be a fun thing to look forward to after Christmas. But yeah, anywho, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Thanks for hanging out. As I got to do some cute Christmas nails. Thanks for yapping with me. Let me take a quick look and see if anyone that we know is around doing anything fun that we could go say hi to. And then... Wait, Ness just started and he's playing the flugelhorn? Okay, let's go say hi to Ness playing the flugelhorn. Before we go though, ever make sure you do a great big stretch. Make sure you're an uncooked shrimp if you must be shrimp. Make sure you get a sip of something, doesn't matter what it is. Something is better than nothing. If you need to get something to eat, I hope it's super tasty. If you need to get some sleep, I hope you get lots of good rest and only have good dreams. Let's make sure that our jaws are nice and unclenched and our brows are unfurrowed. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I super appreciate it. We're gonna go say hello to Ness, who is playing the flugelhorn. Here's our raid messages. First raid message is for subscribers. Second raid message is for everybody else. Are you razzing, son? Exactly. Oh my god. If I could get my own raid message, that would be really fun. Alright. There's that. Let me get this raid started. But as always, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Even if it was a little short stream. I'm glad to hear that you guys have been enjoying Rasmus. I've been having a lot of fun with it. We're gonna go say hello to Ness, see how he's doing, listen to some fun music. But as always, I hope you all have an excellent rest of your morning, your afternoon, or your evening, and hopefully I get to see you guys again very, very soon.